Hey guys, how are you all? Hope so you all are doing well. So let's start the story without any further conversation. All where is the dark? No one is in the room except one boy who sits on the side of the room. Both hands with the feet also had because of the and the hairs is like it's been years it don't and the and some are walking in the room and the 2 to 3 days old. Again 3 days pass, no one anything for and maybe 3 to 4 days for water. He don't remember. Good. The place is good, ma'am. I am glad, sir, you like. Someone is here. The voice in the room, man, as he said, no one is here. Go and check once. And okay, sir. He go and come. He glasses which he just now and a black suit. Look like he is. Hmm. All is no one is in the room. Expect the okay. He just this place he will now the here. Man, sir, the place is empty except one person. Who's he? Man, I don't know, sir. His whole filled with the someone with the maybe he's some he said without saying anything. Yoongi go to see the person. He come and sign his man to on the light. He drew as he said and Yoongi sit in front of him. It's really to see his face. Yoongi frame, he said, and his man nodded. They and his face Yoongi feels something like he get what he years ago. He back a little and see the pendant. His whole world for a moment when he see the pendant and see the person face. Who is he? He's the one whom he is finding from my ears. Speak something, okay? He just the place he will now here answer the places person in the Jimin. He never in his life his man see him hear the name. Their eyes widen. He see his face and his to see him like this youngie Jimin. He said and he looked at his man. They understand and when youngie stand up, he see him after 3 days and like this how much he is. Youngie take Jimin home. He don't know what he'd do. When an old age lady come, she see Jimin. She's also shocked. Old lady Jimin's son, Yoongi look at him. Man, sir, we don't find any now. Yoongi, please take care of him. Old lady, I change him. Yoongi nodded. He now don't set his man to do something. It's about Jimin. He himself go. He take Korea over here right now. The old lady called the others for helping her. She gave him and into she's standing on the side thinking for how many days Jimin stay like this as he still that dress the way the day he go from there and the dress is now like if someone the dress Yoongi come with the see him and hardly start to check. He see the on his and wrist and feet. He do his young stand on that side just now to see all this. After almost 30 minutes, he back. He's sleeping for now. When he wake up, you apply this on his and give him something to eat. Make sure he eat healthy food. But seeing him like this, it he eats from 3 to 4 days or maybe drink water also. Yoongi what? Yes, and also he is not able to for now as the on his feet is let him take some rest and you take care of him. I come once again if you said and do. Yoongi just nodded. He's feeling himself so for now and he go. Old lady, I make something for him, she said and go. Yoongi stand there is watching him. He remember how he giggled, how he talked with him and look at him. Look at him start to roll from his eyes. One by one, he sit in front of him and seeing him sleeping peacefully. I remember how he finds him. He don't waste time and after 3 years they meet and how they meet. He don't want to meet him like this. He don't want this. He's and then he see a movement. He back and look at Jimin, who opened his eyes and seeing the room. Yoongi see him. Jimin eyes fell on him. He see him. Yoongi is in him. Is falling. He don't know. Jimin up his hand and with his hand Yoongi see him. He hold his hand sign as no. Yoongi take rest. He said and Jimin again see the room. Maybe he's not believing. He's in his room. The room he's from 3 years. And the person is with him whom his life is forever. Yoongi, you must be hungry. Sit. I come with the dinner to sit. And he remember what said. He made anything from 3 to 4 days or drink water also. Yoongi, you want water? Jimin nodded and he gave him water. Jimin handed he donned up his hand to take the glass, showing him to drink the water. He almost drank 2 glasses of water. He is that much. And Jungi to see him. He said something. The door knocked. Jungi opened the door. He took the food tray from her. Yoongi, meet me in 10 minutes in living room. I want to talk with you, he said, and the old lady nodded. She go from there. Yoongi come with the food. He placed in front of him. Jimin is that much hungry. He tried to take the spoon like someone from him. Or maybe get the food. Yoongi, I'll help you, he said, and Jimin stopped. He started without thinking. Trust Jimin. Jimin start to eat. He don't even ask for Yoongi. He is like someone food from him. He is eating and is rolling from Yoongi eyes. He see him. Jimin done with the food and gave him. Jimin see them and look at Yoongi. Yoongi, you don't feel this is, he said, and Jimin take the I take and he sits beside him. Yoongi come downstairs and he see is in the living room. She stands up to see Yoongi. Yoongi sit. He said in his voice, and she sit on his chair. Old lady, how's Jimin? She is working here from a long time. She know Yoongi well and Yoongi treat her like her mother and moreover Yoongi trusts her. Yoongi, he is sleeping. She nodded and looking down. Yoongi, I want no one come in the mansion. No one means no one, understand? She nodded. Yoongi, the mansion more and I want the in the mansion. Who is older and you said the others to go. And whenever I was not in the mansion, I want you with Jimin. You don't leave Jimin for a second. Old lady, I will. Yoongi, only you make his food first. I taste and then he eat. Old lady, I do every work by myself. Yoongi, now go in my room and see him. He is sleeping. She nodded and go. Yoongi calls someone. Yoongi, of course, he called his secretary. Yoongi, I don't come office for 1 month, he said, and the call. His eyes is due to the. He will find the person and now will not leave him. Hmm. She come in. She come in the room, and because of the door opening voice, Jimin opened his eyes. He become and see who come. But when he see her, he son in real life and start to look at the ceiling. Old lady, Jimin's son. Jimin look at her and about to sit. Old lady. No, no, son, no need to sit. Take rest, she said, and Jimin stopped. Old lady, how are you? Jimin, fine. His voice is so and so low. She is feeling. Old lady, everything become alright, my son. Now you are back. Jimin closed his eyes and then opened. As yes, old lady, now you don't go anywhere. Don't try. Son, she said, and Jimin closed his eyes in order to sleep. She began to see him. Jimin again fell in sleep. After some time, it's night time when Yoongi entered in the room. He looked at her. She stand up. Yoongi went to him and sit beside him. Jimin opened his eyes to see him. Yoongi, you wake up. He called him softly. Jimin, Yoongi, want something? Jimin, water. Yoongi heard and him to drink water. Yoongi want something else? Jimin signed as no. Yoongi, are you sleepy? Jimin again signed as no. Yoongi, that's good. He don't know from where he start the conversation with him. Jimin is trying him. Jimin, you do dinner? Yoongi look at him and sign as no. Jimin, don't do this. You know the value of when you don't get. Please don't do this. He said and Yoongi him. He don't know anything but he know. Jimin saw much. Jimin and he hurriedly back. Yoongi, you okay? Jimin nodded and he see the on his which him. Yoongi, wait, I apply, you will be feel better. He said and take the and slowly apply on the wrist and then on his Jimin close his eyes. Yoongi, it's fine soon. He then placed his feet and started to apply the Yoongi Jimin. Who do all this? You see the person? Jimin the moon is beautiful, is not it? He said and Yoongi looked at him. This is Jimin's way to tell him how much him he understands. He don't want to talk about that thing for now. He smiled to see him and sit beside him. Jimin placed his head on his Yoongi. You know, Jimin, I got the project. Jimin, you may got so many till now. Yoongi, that was special. Jimin looked at Jim Yoongi and said, Jimin, I don't want to remember anything. He said in low voice, Yoongi, I don't let you. He said, and on his forehead. That was Jimin. Hmm. Now coming back after 3 years, and again feeling the of the person he wants forever is really a best feeling. And now he don't go anywhere. The time passed. Next day, Jimin opened his eyes. He see Yoongi is again do the same thing. Jimin went to him, take the and start to the button Yoongi, and Jimin looked up. He see him, both looking at each other. Yoongi, what happened? Jimin sign as no. Yoongi, okay, relax, I am here. Jimin sit on the bed and Yoongi gave him the glass of water. Yoongi, Jimin, you really okay? Jimin nodded. Jimin, you don't, you have to go office. Yoongi, no, I don't. Jimin, huh? Yoongi, I said I don't go anywhere. Jimin, oh, okay, then I come after fresh up. Yoongi, but listen me. He go. I had some dialogues. Hmm. He said and go. Yoongi see him. He come back after fresh up. Jimin, Yoongi come downstairs. Let's do the breakfast. Yoongi hold his hand when Jimin frees and Jimin, I can go by myself. He said and about to open the door, but Yoongi opened the door for him. So this is the third last scene. They come downstairs. They come downstairs. As per Yoongi order, the food is made by old lady. Old lady, good morning. Jimin smiled lightly to see her. Jimin, good morning. Yoongi, see everything. Old lady, I do what you said, sir. Jimin, what? Both look at Jimin. Old lady, nothing, son. You sit, do the breakfast. Jimin, what you do? Yoongi, I said her only the maid stay here. Who is working from a long time? Jimin, why? Yoongi, I don't want any. Yoongi, Jimin, what? Why you do that? What happened is in past? It's happened now. Why? Jimin, because Yoongi, because I don't want something happen like this again. Jimin, it's mean you their jobs from them. He said he's totally take Yoongi. Yoongi, no, it's not like that. Jimin, what is it then? Yoongi, okay. Uh, Old lady, you do as he said. Jimin, huh? He smiled and nodded. thought Yoongi him. Yoongi, sit, do the breakfast. You have to take your mat. Jimin, I don't take any. Yoongi, if you are okay, then you really no need to. I myself don't want because of that. You sleep all day. Jimin see him. Why he is so understanding. Now he sit in front of him, not sit beside him. Yoongi, how you eat? Jimin, I eat by myself. He said and tried to hold the spoon, but he closed his eyes. Yoongi went to him and sit beside him. He don't listen him and take the spoon. Jimin, but Yoongi, he said, and Jimin is silent. He started to him. Jimin is silently eating and Yoongi the food by his thumb from the his both looking at each other for a moment they about the whole world. Jimin looking down. They done from the breakfast and then maid sir. Yoongi look at her. Maid sir, your friends come to meet you. Yoongi who? Max. Jimin heard the name. He become. Yoongi sent him. Jimin stand up. Jimin, I am going in my room. Yoongi sit for some time. Jimin sign as no and she go. Yoongi call old lady and second last scene. Jimin come downstairs. He sit on the chair and sees with his old lady come and see him. Old lady, why you are sitting here, son? Jimin see her. Jimin just randomly. Old lady sit in front of him. Old lady at him. Jimin, whom? Old lady, Yoongi. Jimin, no. Old lady, you know Jimin, I know Yoongi from childhood. And when you come first time, I start to knowing you also. So tell me, what happened? Jimin, nothing. Old lady, now you don't share with me also. Jimin look at her and looking down. Jimin, what I do, old lady. You both meet after a long time. Jimin still. Jimin, I was Anabi. Anabi. By the Jimin sign as no by him. Anabi, you do. He said something. Yoongi come. Yoongi, Anabi. Anabi, yes. Yoongi, can you make coffee for me? Sure, son. You sit here. I will be back. Seeing Jimin sit there, looking down, he went to him and sit in front of him on the chair. Yoongi, you okay? If you are feeling any kind of, tell me. Jimin, I am okay. Yoongi, sure. Jimin, and he heard the voice. Jimin become he lost in his thoughts. Yoongi, Jimin, come in the room. I think it starts raining soon. Jimin, it's been 3 years. I see. When he said, and seeing the sky with the eyes, the rain start. Yoongi don't said him anything, and the rain start. The drops fell on the Jimin closed his eyes and smiled. Yoongi is watching him. Rainy weather is his favorite weather. Jimin feeling so happy. The weather is so he start to feeling happy. Yoongi who don't rain sit here. Jimin stand up. The hole is because of the water. He is walking on the terrace and smiling. He knows. how much he miss these things, and Yoongi, what is the benefit of his post when he don't? Jimin from almost 3 years. Jimin is playing in the rain. Yoongi go and she stand in front of each other. Jimin see him, Yoongi, and rainwater is mixed. Hmm. Last scene. Uh-huh. Yoongi take him in the room. Jimin see him. Um, Jimin see him. So I have to speak whole damn 1 minute without any reason. Like seriously, dude. Okay, so I just see how from where it started and where it's finished. Wow. And here I am expecting I speak. I think it starts from 5 minutes and 10 seconds. I think it's 20 minutes, 20 second person. I never think about this. How can I know? Well, you guys don't understand what I am saying as I am talking about my editing process. I literally edit the video, the whole video. If I upload like this, you all become okay. Okay. So as what I do, you is sleepy. I am so sleepy today. My voiceover is about to finish. Okay. It starts from 15 and here 50. Sorry, it starts from 50. 10 seconds pass and here it's finish on. Wait a minute. It's finish on 10. So 15 and 10, 20 seconds. I am right. He said, Yoongi, let me. He said, and Jimin looked at him. He can see from his eyes he also won't. But he is silent, he don't know why. Jimin just signed as yes and Yoongi looking down. Yoongi Jiminy. Yoongi why? Jimin didn't give him any answer. Yoongi, I am if I do something. Jimin and time passed. Jimin fell in sleep. I also want to sleep like Jimin. Yoon is really sleepy and here. Finally, the voiceover is about to finish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here it means 30 seconds. And now 4 are left. 4 pictures. Now soon the 2 pictures are where the seconds go. I don't know. It's mail. Okay, team Snapchat. Hope so you all like. If you like, then subscribe and tell me in comments. Take care of yourself. Sarang. For a short video, I will upload long next time. Promise.